Mimi sio judge, mimi sio prosecutor. Kama wewe umefanya what you have done, step aside.
But for how long? The president tried to prevent the possibility of such a move turning into an indefinite time. The president tried to prevent the possibility of such a move turning into an indefinite time out of office for the officials by putting a 60-day cap for investigations and possibly prosecutions for all the individuals named in the report. It's now 6 days since the president gave the directive. The countdown has already begun. So EACC now faces a monumental task ahead given the restricted time frame within which it has to investigate all the 175 officials named. But with limited resources and thin personnel on the ground, the task becomes even more Herculean.
Giving them a time frame of 60 days is telling them to go out there and do a shoddy investigation.
But the Commission has put on a brave face that this is all within its means to accomplish.
The timelines given will be met, and we are working very hard. We've already constituted teams and divided them into groups that look at all these cases as we progress.
What they project to have is about 200 to 300 investigators, which will still be a very low number of, a very small number of investigators. If, for example, you are to divide that with the population, you would actually find that every investigator is supposed to be in charge of about 2 million Kenyans. And every Kenyan has the potential of being corrupt.
We have been bold to state to Parliament and to the Budget Committee that we need adequate resources for the purpose of being in every county in the shortest time possible, being at every entry point in Kenya because of smuggling of human beings and smuggling of goods and the security concerns.
The Commission says it has 100 investigators working on the said files and has received a helping hand from 20 investigators from the Directorate of Criminal Investigations and 10 others from the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. Perhaps EACC could indeed beat the deadline, but knowing that some of the charges are serious economic crimes of international dimensions, would the files be prosecutable and result in convictions?
Because a judge is not supposed to be guided by the emotions of what people are talking about. He's supposed to be guided by the evidence that has been put across by the prosecuting agency.
What is now clear is that the files are at various stages of investigations, with just a handful ready for prosecution.
We delivered 3 Anglo-leasing files to the DPP, and we should be delivering another 2 shortly. We intend to finalize matters pertaining to geothermal development, pertaining to the Chicken Gate, pertaining to current land, and pertaining to other high-profile cases, which between the CEO and the Vice Chair will also be mentioned. As much as possible, we shall try to make sure that the high-profile cases are given the necessary priority.
Most of the cases that we have, if not all, are ongoing investigations, which majority have up to 80% completion, or many more are already completed from investigation side and are being analyzed for processing with the DPP and the courts.
The Commission has, however, hinted at a possibility of requesting for an adjustment of the timelines. 60 days may just be a step too far for the struggling anti-graft agency. Sylvia Chebet, Citizen Business Center.